If you hear the word trend and you automatically feel a little bit overwhelmed and maybe even a little bit anxious, then this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing 5 very wearable trends for spring summer 2024 that you probably already have in your closet, and even if you don't, they're very timeless pieces. These are all trends that you're not going to cringe about in a couple of years from now and feel like, what was I thinking? Or it doesn't serve your lifestyle, or there really wasn't a place for these pieces in your closet. I have a unique perspective. I have gone to many New York and Paris fashion weeks throughout my career, but I'm also just a mom that needs functional, beautiful pieces that serve my lifestyle and that aren't too ridiculous. If you love fashion and styling videos, I cover a video every week and you don't want to miss one. And you also don't want to miss the end of the video because the last trend, it doesn't cost any money and you can start doing it today if you want. The first trend is the slightly longer top or blazer that's a little bit oversized. That kind of goes through mid-thigh. This is a very trending top. And I talked about it in my January video of 2024 trends, hinting that the shirts were going to start to get a little bit longer. And this is a long time coming. We've seen the drop waist slowly move down the hips. We've seen a diminishing supply of crop tops. And so now the shirts have gotten a lot longer. It's a classic fashion industry scenario where you had tops that were very cropped and now you're moving in the other direction and now they're very, very long. Now, if you're not ready to go out and buy a top like this or like this one, look for an oversized blazer in your closet that you probably already have from seasons past. And one way that we're seeing it done as kind of a micro trend is a belted blazer. So this silhouette to me is very Dior inspired, and I kind of wonder if it's a coincidence that the new look, which is a show on Apple TV, has anything to do with it. If you haven't watched the show, I highly recommend it. If you are a lover of history and a lover of fashion, or one or the other, it's a really fantastic look of just how fashion came to be mid-century. It even talks about very controversial, touchy subjects like Chanel and Dior's involvement with the Germans in World War II. It is a very fascinating glimpse into history. I didn't really know much about how Dior got started, and it was very fascinating to watch and how he actually landed in the bar suit and has influenced so much of what we still wear today. And so it's kind of that very waisted look. So a lot of the classic Dior silhouettes have that cinched waist, has the longer blazer with the belt. I feel like we always kind of see this coming in and out. And right this season, it is something that is very in. So you can grab that longer oversized blazer and a belt and just DIY it. You don't have to go out and buy a belted blazer or a longer shirt. You can kind of combine the best of both worlds and have a very relevant silhouette. The way I love wearing this belted oversized blazer is, of course, with trousers. I think it looks really elegant, very work appropriate. You can also take some risks and maybe throw in a very sheer, lacy, tiered skirt. I have this one by Commence that I've been playing around with, and I think it is so fun, especially when it gets a little bit warmer. Spring is still a little bit cold. And then also with a pleated skirt that just looks so classic and feminine. Which brings me to the next trend, which is a very ladylike aesthetic. So what this means is just thinking about the quintessential classic silhouette, whether it's a tweed dress or the little LBD that's really elegant with the handle bag and pearls. It truly is a continuation of old money aesthetic, really making it super feminine and having all of those details looking really polished. Having the two-tone slingback shoes are extremely popular right now. And I love them because they're really comfortable. You can walk in them pretty easily and they're appropriate for so many different occasions. So you can take them on date night, you can run errands in them, and you can also wear them to work. So they're a great investment to me. There's also a couple from Franco Sarto that I just placed an order for that I'm really excited to get that are just metallic. Metallics are so trendy. And what I love about metallics too is that you can always wear them with those colors that you don't really know kind of like what to wear with. If you're really sticking in the neutrals family and you're really on a roll with that, and then suddenly you pop in a nice butter yellow dress and you're like, wow, what shoes do I wear with this? Metallics are always gonna be your best friends when you don't know kind of how to coordinate those colors. And speaking of colors, colors can be a little bit tough to jump on a trend with because not every color looks good on all of us. The metallic shoes can help combine if you do dabble in it. So along with pleated skirts and cardigans, tweed dresses and jackets, Another way to look very ladylike is with a polo, and the polo is very, very in right now. It's also very wearable. You probably already have one in your closet, and there's so many different fun ways that you can wear this and have it just look very casual and chic without looking like you're trying too hard. There's a couple of polos that I really love. This one is by Commence. I also have one by Lily Silk that is navy and cream and just goes beautifully with white trousers during the spring. For number 3, as it comes to colors, it is very difficult to follow color trend when it doesn't look good on you, but there is a wide array of beautiful trending colors for spring summer 2024 in yellow, particularly a very light buttery yellow, sky blue, which is one of my absolute favorite colors, burgundy, and red. So those 4 colors are extremely popular right now, so you can really pick and choose what works for you. Sometimes I find that people who really, really love red aren't turned on by burgundy, and vice versa. People who have an aversion to red can really lean into burgundy, and it feels a little bit more like it can blend into your wardrobe than a pop of red. If you want to dabble in color and you're just like, I don't know how to add it other than just like an accent or a top, then a really great way is that you can start to implement those colors that you may already have in your wardrobe. First is by the sandwich technique. Let's take the butter yellow dress. So it might be daunting to say, okay, I'm wearing an all yellow dress. How am I gonna combine it? What am I gonna wear it with? Just having 2 accessories that match and then that pop of color can really bring the whole look together. So in this example, I'm wearing silver shoes and a silver bag that ties the look together. And you can do that with any color. So I could have worn a black bag and black shoes and had the same effect and the same cohesive look that can sometimes feel a little bit disorienting because you are maybe not used to styling a ton of color, and you're maybe more of a neutrals person. And so that sandwich theory can really bring some gravity and also make it all work together cohesively. So that's a really easy way to start dabbling around in color. It even works with an all red dress. I recently shared in my Kate Middleton inspired looks an all red dress that is very bright, but it really felt doable because I wore a neutral bag and neutral pumps, and it just felt very doable, even though I myself am a little bit averse to color as well. The 4th trend is rosettes and roses, and that's a trend that I keep coming back to this year, not only because I really love a floral rose print, but also because it's a really easy way to add texture to an outfit if you're going ahead and adding a 3-dimensional rosette. I have found a couple of pieces lately that are a beautiful way to integrate that rosette and that 3-dimensional rose to an outfit. And it looks really feminine and adds a beautiful texture. You can also find a removable brooch or removable necktie, removable choker that you can add. And it's a great way to also dabble in trends. Like for example, if you walk out with a very plain t-shirt and trousers and a blazer and you add the rosette choker, you can always halfway through the night or day decide, you know what, this isn't working for me, this is not me, and then take it off. It's a really great way to take a risk and then just be able to change your mind. So I'll link a couple of rosette chokers that I love, but there's a couple of tops that are great. One of them is a black and white rose print button down by Vichy Collection that is really, really pretty. I've worn it all spring long. And then 2 of the newer tops, one is a cardigan, and cardigans are just having a moment right now. This cardigan has a little bit of a peekaboo situation, but it's got 3-dimensional sequin rosettes that are beautiful. Just add like an instant kind of party look without being too much. Like you can wear trousers or just like wear something comfortable as a bottom and then wear this top and be all set for like a more dressy event. And then the other top is a black knit, and there's different colors as well. And it's got these beautiful little attachments that are roses that are just very, very pretty, very feminine and ladylike. And I think there's a white knit with the black flowers, and there's also a red and white, I believe. So I'll link everything below in case you want to add some of this to your wardrobe. Most likely, you already have something rose printed in your closet that is very wearable and that you can easily pull out and look very of the moment. The 5th trend is not really anything material, but more a way of wearing things. And that is how you wear your handbag. We're seeing, along with that trend number 2 of a very ladylike trend, we're seeing a lot more of an intentional holding of your bag. So if you have seen the runways or you're just seeing a lot of street style images, women are carrying their bag kind of like as a little bit of like a baby like this. So this is something that you can easily do without spending any money is just carrying any bag. It doesn't have to be a particular type of bag, and wearing it underneath your arm like this and having it be very trendy, or having it be like that shoulder bag. So there's something about like carrying it like this that is very trendy right now, and it's just about how you present yourself to the world. Related to this is draping. So draping, a lot of that kind of like swirly Grecian goddess type of look is really in right now, and you can buy dresses and tops that emulate that beautiful fall of the garment. But if you don't want to go out and buy something, you can always recreate that with a scarf or with a bigger cardigan, and then maybe tie it up a certain way and have it feel and look a little bit more drapey. You can also recreate more of a drapey look with an oversized dress and a bracelet and a hair tie. I'll show you here on the side how you do it, but you put the bracelet underneath your clothes and then you tie it with a hair tie, and it creates a beautiful ruching draped type of look in basically any top or any cardigan or any oversized dress that you can recreate at home without spending any money. Make sure to check out my French girl outfit formulas that give you really quick and easy formulas that you can put together so that getting dressed in the morning is easier. And if you had fun with me today, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you really soon.